So yeah, I had the worst day ever in my life a few days ago. Like the guy, he was asking me out a lot of times, and I was saying no, no, no. But then I kind of feel like I needed to respond. I needed to be like polite. Okay, we finished at the same time, and when we were walking, to the place I've picked, because he didn't know where to go. He had no clue where to go, where to take me. So I had to pick the place. And I was kind of like the one with the balls. Because I was like, okay, we're going there. If you don't know where to go, we're going there. I mean, that's fine.
So you had to make that decision?
I had to make that decision.
Okay.
This fragile person, fragile, had to make this decision. So yeah, and I was fine. I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't know Edinburgh,
Okay, but that was the first...
Yes, but doesn't matter.
Sure. That was like the first little signal of like, okay, not really taking the lead here.
Yes, he's not taking the lead here.
Okay.
And he's 26, and I'm 19.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I felt that I had to make this, the first step. I had to make this decision. And he was like, yes, I'm fine with that. And I was like, okay. So I took him to that nice place, and while we were walking, he was just staring at me. He was just like staring at me like that, really, all the time. And I was like, oh, well, okay. And I was like asking him like questions, like these questions, like you can like ask something and then you will have a conversation, like, so I've heard you've been to army. Then tell me about your experience. And he was like, well, army, I was working, 24-hour shift. I was working, I was sleeping, I was eating. I was doing this. I was earning a lot. And I'm like, it's part of your life. I think it's quite exciting part of your life. You could present that in a really interesting way, kind of like to excite me as well. You know what I mean? To kind of tell an interesting story about yourself. And I was like, oh my God, what's next? What's next? Oh my God, this guy, he used to be in the army. Oh my God.
Yeah, so just kind of responding with the facts.
Responding with the like really dry facts, in your face, and nothing else.
I was there for this long. I worked this many hours.
Like, like I was forcing him, like he came for an interview, for example, like he came for an interview, and I'm just asking him questions, and he like answering, in a closed questions, like just one word, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Maybe he was nervous, I don't know.
I suppose, yeah.
But the thing is, like, he was telling me a lot of compliments, like, oh my God, when I saw you, so like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Every girl likes to hear that, really. This is why, we have, like, low self-esteem, or we have high self-esteem, It's like,
And girls like compliments.
Of course, we all of us. We love to hear stuff, you know what I mean? We love to hear stuff. And he was like, he was telling me stuff like, you're beautiful, like, everything, like, when he saw you, like, it was... You know what I don't like as well? When we came there, after, like, I realized he couldn't, decide where we're gonna go. He couldn't be, like, interesting, we couldn't have, like, a proper conversation, because he doesn't know how to support this conversation, how to...
Yeah, contribute to it and
how to
keep it flowing.
Keep it flowing.
Keep it flowing.
He doesn't know at all, so I thought, okay, I had to pick the place, I had to, like, ask him questions, what he's doing.
Right.
What he's doing. He just staring.
Staring,
so we came.
Lost.
Yes, we came. And I see, like, excitement in his eyes, like, oh my God, I'm here with her. And I kind of feel like, oh my God. And what I don't like as well, what I hated, he was so pathetic about himself. He was putting himself so low. I mean, how I could be attracted to a guy who's older than me? like who's like treating himself like so disrespectfully.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like so low.
There's obviously a
think-
strategy behind that. Like,
Exactly.
I think it's like you're trying to play that sort of sympathy card a bit. Like, maybe if I
think-
talk about myself in this way, she'll feel sympathetic, or
True.
she might pity me, but then in some weird
She
way
might think
that might make her
that's
attracted.
cute
I
or
don't
something,
know.
you know. She
Yeah.
might think that might be cute and blah blah blah. To show my like fragile side, to show that, you know, I'm.
I guess it's like the opposite of coming off
Yes.
arrogant and narcissistic is.
Yes. So it was like that. But okay, I'm fine. Like it's really nice when you actually can when you could see that side, you know, in a person. But when he's not, just highlights it. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you can see that, you know, in like natural way, like he doesn't do that on purpose. He doesn't even realize he's showing that to you, but you notice, and you're like, oh my god, that's cute. So yeah, when he actually making that, you know, like when he highlights that, and every time he kind of like bring the center of attention to this.
Yeah.
Maybe my English is shit today. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's okay.
He's like, yes, you know,
Yes, this is how pathetic I am.
Yes, I'm not confident. Like I don't know what to do with my life. You know, like nobody treating me like respectfully, especially girls. And when he's telling me that, it's our first date. You know what I mean? When he's like throwing stuff on me to make me feel, you know, bad for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this is what he was trying to do, like
In
to-
some backwards attempt to
yes.
get you to find that cute or endearing, or like oh, he's a sensitive guy and he's showing how he really feels about himself.
Yes.
But
You really, you don't want to be with the person who is weaker than you. You know what I mean? Especially a guy, especially if the guy is older. Really, you want to, you know, just feel. You just want to feel. You just want to be protected. You know what I mean? But how you could be protected by the person who's like. So yeah, and plus that he was like super awkward. He was trying to insert. He was trying to kind of like. No, he was trying to like discover what I like, you know. Like he was asking me questions, oh, so you like this? So listen to my story. Remember I told you how he like, he took like his best friend's girlfriend and he slept with her, and then she decided to, I told him, well, maybe your problem, because he was asking me, what's my problem, yeah? And I was like, maybe you're too kind, maybe you're too good, you know what I mean?
too nice.
Maybe you're too nice, you know. Maybe you need like spicy stuff, you know.
Okay.
Then he told me, oh, if you want, like you, he told me, you don't know me outside work. You know what? I will tell you one story. You will change opinion about myself, like really straight away. And then he told a story. He was living in an apartment with his best friend, his best friend's girlfriend, yes, and obviously himself. And they split up. And he slept with her, and she was like dating with him like for a few days, and then she decided to like, you know, return to like her ex-boyfriend. So yeah, so he lost his friend, he lost the girl.
Ed.
But wait, I wouldn't share that. I wouldn't like really. I wouldn't
That's
share
how
that.
bad I am.
Exactly.
That's how much of a bad boy I am.
I'm like a badass. You know?
I ruined a friendship and lost the girl.
I was drinking coffee and I was like, oh my fucking god, what I'm doing here.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was trying to like discover what I like, you know, like he was like asking me questions, and then he decided to like present himself like from that particular peculiar side, you know, to make me like, you know,
Okay.
his personality, to show like, okay, I don't know him, and you know, he's not like that, he's actually like that, and I like that. he's like that because I like this kind of, things. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was so fake. It was like he was super nervous. He was really uncomfortable, I think.
Mm.
And on top of that, he was like trying to pull me with the stories,
Mm.
It was horrible.
Trying to impress you with.
Of course, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna go with him anywhere else
Yeah.
because I'm not interested. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Really, I'm so sorry for him. He's a good-looking guy. He's working out like a man. His hands, wow.
His hands.
Yeah, like whoa,
Okay.
it's really so nice. And butt as well is great. Maybe you should record it. Just maybe cut this
Yeah, we
out.
can edit that part.
Yeah. So he's like physically attracting guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not bad. You know what I mean? He could attract a lot of girls.
Mm. Well, it just goes to show that how important all these other areas are.
Yes, I think one of the biggest issues is the language barrier as well, because the English is not his first. It's not his first language.
Okay.
So I think it might be an issue as well. But actually, maybe.
But do you think that was the real issue? I mean, if you could.
But actually, if you have a personality, like a bright personality, really. For example, my mother. She's like, whoa, she doesn't know English, but she's fucking everywhere. She's like, speaks to everyone. She makes friends just like that. You know what I mean? And her English is so poor, but she's like going for coffee with like English chicks because she could like, she has a personality. Like the personality which, attracts people.
Okay.
So, but I don't know, maybe it's an issue. Maybe like he's insecure about his like English and stuff.
Well,
Maybe
if you could, if you could like go back to him and be brutally honest, obviously you're not going to talk to him again, but and if you could narrow it down to like 2 or maybe 3 key things that you would want him to change, or like, what would like let's like go over the major things again. Like if you could name like 2 or 3 things that really turned you off.
What I would change?
Yeah. Or what would you say to him to like improve this and for the next time?
What I would suggest him actually, work on yourself, read books, watch movies, explore. Don't like live in a box like I need someone because like I want to be with someone because I need to be with someone. I'm 26. You know what I mean? Explore. I mean, find a hobby. I don't know, do stuff, travel. Just make yourself an interesting person. You know what I mean? Just absorb what is like what is around you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And really implement this in your life.
Okay.
And really, because I was like talking to him like about art, because he told me I like art, and I was like, okay, what is my next question would be like, what kind of art you like, or what kind of artist you like? And he couldn't name anything.
Okay.
He was like, oh, and I was like, okay. He couldn't name even one artist. It's like it's ruined, our conversation.
Okay.
Straight away.
Conversation dead.
Conversation is dead. Exactly. Stop living in a box. It's like you.
Yeah. Well, so he didn't have really any conversation to add. He nothing to contribute there.
Because he has quite a few stories. Like it could be like interesting stories if you would like present the stories like in a right way.
Yeah, well, like you said, he was in the army, and whether that was like whether that was a good time for him or maybe it was a bad time, you could still talk about that, how you felt.
Exactly. Like something creepy happened, like something funny happened, something scary happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for him, everything is like.
Like, how long did you say he did it for? So it was obviously like a pretty big part of his.
Yes, for a few years.
Yeah.
And he this kind of person, he counts everything. So he's like, oh, that's expensive. Oh, that's expensive. So he was asking me questions like, for example, how much tips I make, what my salary.
Right.
I didn't like that as well because he.
It's very much that numerical, like analytical
Yes.
mindset of like, yeah. Whereas you wanted to maybe get more on the emotional side of things and talk about experiences
Yes.
and how they made you feel and if you enjoyed them and
You just need to. I feel like you just need to develop yourself. You just need to read. You need to watch movies. You know, this is how you become interesting person. To have a conversation with. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But like, even the artist. You know, like just pick one. Read something about him.
Mm.
And implement this in your,
Mm.
conversation.
So it would have been good if you had even like one
Because I could
thing
have like
to
a
talk about
different
there.
opinion about like this artist, you know. I want to like I don't even know this artist. Maybe he would like open something like you know, oh my God, you know what a cool dude,
Mhm.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I could have like maybe like. So I would find out something new, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Something that I would never even like thought exist, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So yeah.
So okay, so you've got like a lack of decisiveness
Yes.
and not really being able to lead the interaction in any way,
I feel like
and
I'm gonna
then
drink the water.
and then you've got sort of bringing yourself down
Mm-hmm.
and kind of highlighting that and
Yes.
highlighting even like stories like it seemed like the one sort of story that he had was about how
Yeah,
he'd
and
been
I wouldn't share
a
like
bad friend or
this private life as well on the first date. I don't think it's necessary. Sometimes you feel click, you know, with the person and you're just like, oh my God. But you have to see like on, you know, reaction. Like, does she feel the same way? Like, because, you know, you're opening and she's opening and suddenly you're like emotionally naked, you know, facing each other. You know what I mean?
right.
Oh, I'm so poetic right now, emotionally
Oh,
naked.
look at the words coming out here.
So yeah, you know what I mean. But if it doesn't have this click,
Well, yeah, I think you can open up with people relatively quickly, but yeah,
it's really distracting. Thank you.
but yeah, obviously you have to feel that sort of comfort with them first.
Yes.
Like you're not just going to jump from feeling awkward and nervous and uncomfortable straight to some really personal sort of topic.
Yes.
It's like too much
So
of
I
a
wouldn't
weird
share
transition.
I wouldn't share like the private stuff really if you don't feel like we have this like a special connection. I wouldn't share that. Like really, for example, yesterday I've shared a lot. I didn't expect I'm gonna share a lot. You know, everything. And he's on as well. You know what I mean? When you have this.
Oh, this is a better date, just for the record.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was amazing.
So yeah, that's yeah, and don't be so pathetic about yourself. Really, it doesn't help you.
Right.
It doesn't help you.
Is that how you would word it to him?
It
Don't
doesn't
be.
look cute. Even when girls do that, I don't think they look cute. Like they're like, well, I'm not beautiful, you know, like I'm so fat, and because she's saying that to hear, oh no, you're like a sex bomb, and she's like, no.
Yeah. So what do you think he was hoping to hear from you? Like just.
He was hoping to hear that, oh, because I told him, I knew I'm not stupid. He was telling that, and I told him, you're actually a really nice guy. You're really attractive. I'm sure you would find someone who will like respect you and deserve you and deserve your attention and yourself.